Aero socks. One of the finishing touches to your time trial equipment. Aero socks are designed to smooth the airflow over your shoe and over your ankle, reducing turbulence around the leg as well. These are my Aero socks. So I've got the nopinz short Aero socks, and the reason I got them is basically they match my time trial suit, which I have a review of if you click on the link in the description. But today's about the socks, and I think they're a good looking sock, nice and white. They tend to stay nice and white even when it gets a bit dirty. I've never really put them in the wash. I don't know if you can wash them or not, but they still look fairly good. Nopinz believe that there's about 7 watts difference with just these socks on, and they also reckon that there's a 9 watts difference with the even taller, longer socks on. To be honest, you wouldn't catch me dead in those longer socks. I think they look ridiculous, and actually I think that's a positive ban from the UCI on that one. The short socks are just fine. I have no way of testing or proving that they reduce your output by 7 watts or reduce your drag by 7 watts, and that's quite a big number for me. I think that's quite large, but I'd imagine in some scenarios, some circumstances, maybe above 50 kilometers an hour, that they really do. But do I think they make you faster? Yeah, I think they're a nice marginal gain. Compared to other Aero socks, in terms of their aerodynamic claims, they seem to be in line with how much time that they save you. So I don't think there's any benefit from going for these Aero socks compared to other ones. I think it more just depends what you like the look of. And like I said, I got these because they match my time trial suit. I'm going to use this review more to tell you about what they're like to actually use. So some of the things that I've noticed about them, they're pretty easy to put on. You just put it on like a normal sock, poke your foot through the bottom of the hole here, and then they've got some Velcro that you can use to tuck in at the bottom. So I tend to have my foot sticking out here, then I'll put my shoe on, and then later when I get towards the race start, I'll hook this over the top, pull the back around the heel, and then put the Velcro on, and then they're ready to go. Some things to note when putting them on, and mistakes that I have made. First of all, don't put the front over if you're walking on gravel. So if you're walking on gravel, I had some older ones that I had to replace with these newer ones because they the gravel starts to tear as you walk over on the front, on the base here. So I'd recommend not using gravel because that front area starts to tear. Then on the older Aero socks, I made a second mistake, and that second mistake was pulling the heel all the way around the heel cup. It has got some silicone on there, but I accidentally pulled it all the way over the base there. Big mistake. That's a no-go because I started to tear the bottom, and because it's a softer fabric material, once that started to tear, every time I pulled it over, the rear would tear more and more and more of the Aero sock. So that's the second thing to watch out for. So learn from my mistakes. Don't put them on properly over the front unless you're not walking on gravel, and don't put them over the heel cup. So generally I just wait until I'm at the race start and then I apply them properly now. And as soon as I finish the race, I tend to take them off just to take good care of them. Another thing to watch out for is that, so on a wider shoe, these are my older shoes, the Bonds Vapors, and these are quite a wide shoe. Like, I have a wider foot, and there's a lot of carbon material around the base there, especially around the heel here. So for a wider shoe, this material on the back, like, whilst it's very stretchy, it's harder to pull it around that shoe. So you're more likely to tear it, although with the silicone on, it doesn't tear so easily now. It does fit better on my new shoes here, but even still, it's quite tight around the back of the heel here. So make sure you pull the front a lot before, so you can get some more space to fit the back of the heel around the heel of the shoe. A second thing that I've noticed with these is that I tend to kind of pull them up high to start off with, as they have got silicone around the top here, and it's pretty grippy silicone. It seems to stick to your leg very well, even when you've got shaved or hairy legs, I've noticed. However, at some points during the race, even on a 10-mile time trial, so 16 kilometers, about 10 minutes in, the silicone will just drop a little bit down your leg. So I wouldn't say I've got big calves and I wouldn't say I've got small calves. I reckon mine are fairly average size. and so halfway through the time trial you might feel it slip a little bit. The whole Aero sock seems to maintain its shape, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but it's just something that happens. So here we have it. I think a nice product for around £60 with a good watt saving, and like I said, it's just a finishing touch to your time trial quiver. So it gives you just those extra few watts right at the end if you're looking for a little bit more. I really like an Aero sock, just for time trials of course, and I think they function really well. Thank you for watching this review. I look forward to seeing you in another video.